Hello, Retro Bro here, giving you another random playthrough to the classic PS2 game Parapa the Rapper 2. Now bear with me, it's going to be a little glitchy and a little scratchy, not only because it's on an emulator, but because I'm using Camtasia as well. But it actually pulled through not too bad, and it's a decent game that I want to share with you guys. I don't plan on making this a series, but I just wanted to show the game to you guys, show you how wacky and creative the music is. And the fact that it's actually fun to be one of those reaction reflex type games. Now, me personally, I really don't like reaction reflex games too much, so I usually don't play games like Dance Dance Revolution or Guitar Hero. But these are one of the few reaction reflex rhythm type games that I actually like. Not to mention, it was actually the first, because Parapa the Rapper came out early 90s before any of those games even started to exist. So this is the game that technically is the grandfather of all those games. So let's check it out. For today's playthrough, I just went ahead and went through the first level of the game just to show you a little bit how it looks. Now, one of the charms of this game, in my personal opinion, is the fact that it's really wacky, goofy, and that the graphics are kind of like 3D lookalikes of somebody just drew it, put it in the 3D and colored it. Like, it's all part of the game's charm, in my opinion. And being an older game, it would be expected not to have super fantastic graphics either, so that's always a thing.
I think Sonny hates me now. Of course he does. You didn't eat her cooking. Yeah, thanks.
Camtasia usually has a lot of issues with recording too long when you do big files like these, so I'm not going to record everything. I'll let you see like a portion of the main story and go on from there. Now this portion right here is a practice portion. It kind of lets you practice doing the rhythm, because the rhythm for each stage changes up. So it kind of gives you the opportunity to practice the rhythm to some extent. You get 8 tries, and if you get 8 tries right, it automatically starts. Or you can just press start like I did after you feel you got the rhythm.
Traditional bed burger. Me too. And I want 10 of them. Noodles again? What happened to the traditional burgers? We're terribly sorry. For some reason, all our burgers turned into noodles.
As you can see, like I said, the story is ridiculous. It's goofy and it makes no sense, but it still lets you know why there's a song or a song battle to make the story progress. So that's really the only reason for letting you see this part right here. This is Sunny Funny, his girlfriend. I think it's pretty funny because Parapa's a dog and she's a flower, and as you know in real life, dogs kind of pee on flowers and trees, so I find it funny that they would take that dynamic and make them boyfriend and girlfriend in the game.
And are you guys going to
I guess you can say it's a play on the circle of life to some extent. Not sure if they did that on purpose, but I'm pretty sure they did.
And look what happens the moment my son takes charge. Here. Let me show you how to make a real Parapa Town traditional burger. Watch, listen, learn, and play exactly as I do.
Really?
Now, one of the things with the game is that I noticed compared to the first game is that the rhythm timing is a little bit off. Now, it might be because I'm on the emulator, which I'm sure that's the main reason. But yeah, the rhythm time is actually off to the point that you gotta be 1.5 seconds to 2 seconds a little faster on your button presses, or you'll miss the rhythm of actually pressing the button when you're supposed to land on top of it. As you just saw. See, it's actually really catchy. I mean, even on the emulator, messing up the rhythm a little bit, which actually makes it a lot more challenging. The music is really catchy. The animation is really wacky and fun. Like, there's no choice but to just dance to it and smile when you play this game. One of the other things about this game that you'll notice soon, especially when I start messing up, is the music will get slower and start to sound bad as you're losing. It's the game's way of kind of giving you incentive to do better. Because the better you do, the music gets better. The worse you do, the worse the music is. Like this, for example. Execute sooner. Being on the ketchup. Don't forget the cheese. Bring on the ketchup. Don't forget the cheese. Bring on the mustard. Handle it with ease. I kind of like how when the music gets bad right here, it sounds like reggae. It's actually pretty cool in my opinion, even though I'm really about to lose. This game was really well done. Like, it's really interesting about as you're doing bad and it continues to get worse, the music constantly changes. So it's like, even if you want to play through and just kind of fail on purpose, you can hear the different contemporary versions of the song with different beats, almost like a remix to every song for each portion of you getting bad, or each portion of you getting better. Anyhow, I'm going to try this again because I failed miserably, as you all can see, so... Here we go. My rhythm getting a little crisp now. I am not gonna lose this time. I refuse. Yeah. I cannot lose this time. I refuse to lose this time. I am not going to be that black guy that has no rhythm. At least not in a video game. Real life is fine, but no rhythm in a video game, not having it. There we go. It's like a roller coaster. Every time I feel like I'm starting to get the tempo of the beat, something happens on the emulator that kind of lags it, and it may go a little bit faster or a little bit slower, and it's still throwing me off. But I am not going to let it beat me this time. Not a second time. Here we go. Yes, I am getting nasty. That's what I'm talking about. I can actually beat it this time. Lag and all. Well, this game has been a lot of fun, and I think you guys are taking the time to watch. I promise you, if you take the time to play this game and you don't try to record it with Camtasia while doing it, it'll run a lot smoother and be a lot less glitchy. But trust me, you should definitely try this game. It's very enjoyable. It's a lot of different styles of music, and it's really creative for a game that came out early 90s. But as usual, I've been Retro Bro, and I'm signing out.